Heyo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, my TTG fam? How are you all doing today? And what a wonderful day it was. Damn, it feels good to be back trading with my entire TTG fam. Excellent day today. AMC, RAPT. We're going to unpack all of it here today on this live stream. Guys, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, TTG is one of the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platforms and communities where we all share the same goal, and that is to learn, trade, and profit together. Folks, we are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 1,250 reviews. I encourage, welcome, and invite all of you to go on and check out and read some of those reviews. Folks, TTG is a platform, okay? It's a platform that offers premium trading tools and resources from companies like Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, just to name a few, all right? At TTG, we are a family, we leave no trader behind. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free on this YouTube channel where myself, other TTG moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and free lessons and education that can help you become a better trader. And speaking of guests, man, do I have a special guest in store for you guys all here tonight. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to not only the right place, but the place. Take a moment right now. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and folks, share this stream on your own social media. Let's help as many retail traders as we can. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So you guys go ahead right now and share this stream on your own social media. Now, watch you guys listen to a single word that I'm going to say to you guys here tonight on this live stream, folks. I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. I wasn't sitting in my mother's basement and I figured out, how to trade the markets. My very first job out of college, 2007, seems like ages ago. My very first job out of college, working for a fund in New York City. That is where I learned how to trade. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Okay, then you had the 08, 09 stock market crash, the Great Recession, the housing market crisis. But during that time, 2008, I actually went on to thrive, receiving one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards in 2008. And the education and the curriculum that I went through at that fund really set me on the path to be the trader that I am here today. But before they ever let me touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through their educational training. We've since taken that curriculum, we've simplified it, we've expanded on it, and we've made it all available to my TTG family members while pairing it with some of the best trading tools from Benzinga, TradingView, and Quote Media. We've made it all available to our TTG members for just one price for the entire year. There's no upsells, there's none of that add-ons, none of that crap. You guys, we're like the Netflix of trading communities. You pay one price, you get access to every single thing that we have. Guys, listen to me very carefully. This is going to be an amazing live stream. You're going to learn a ton. This is a live stream that can literally help guys improve your trading as early as tomorrow. So I want you to get comfortable, hang out for a bit, get something to maybe even take some notes with, and get ready to learn, trade, and profit together. We're going to start this live stream off a little bit differently tonight. Okay, I want to bring on TTG's very own Jason, the Wolf of Weed Street Spatafora. Okay, I want to bring in the Wolf of Weed Street Spatafora. And we're going to also be bringing on, guys, an amazing special guest that I want to introduce you all to. And then we're going to be getting into some of the trade recaps from today. We're going to talk about RAPT. We're going to talk about AMC. If you guys caught the live stream last night, I told you last night exactly what I was going to do today with AMC. Today I said, guys, if we wake up, if AMC is above 52, I'm a buyer and we're going to 60. That was what I said last night on the live stream. I said, if we get AMC today above 52, I'm a buyer. I bought today 52.93. We sold the last piece of profit up just over $60 today. It was a beautifully executed trade. We talked about it last night. We executed it today perfectly. And then I'm going to tell you guys about what I think is next for AMC. And we've got a lot of other stuff that we're going to get into here tonight. So, guys, without any further ado, I want to bring on Jason, the Wolf of Reed Street. You guys all know him very well. There's the Wolf himself. What's up, Wolf?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man? How's everything? How's life?
Everything's
nice day today.
Yeah, you got a nice little tan. It's raining.
Yeah, I do. I have a nice tan. I took a week of vacation, very much needed vacation. It was really a lot of fun. But I gotta tell you, man, there's nothing more fun but being back in the trenches with the fam today. It was a great day.
And I'm excited for Tim to come on.
Yeah.
He he's one of those guys I listen to, and he's one of the reasons that I got into U.S. Steel.
So a lot of people.
Everybody, the reason
everybody's got to thank Tim.
Everybody really has to thank Tim for U.S. Steel, and this is back in like 2018.
Yeah.
So anyway, you
Well,
want to give the intro for
yeah, guys listen. So I want to real quick before we bring on our special. I told you guys we have a really nice surprise for you guys here tonight. Our guest tonight is someone that I actually respect the hell out of. He's a really cool dude. I obviously never met him, never spoke to him before. Jason, I know you're friends with him. Watch him every day on CNBC, and there's a select list of people in the the trading and the investment community that I really value their opinions, and our guest tonight is definitely one of them. When Jason said that he was able to have him come and join us tonight, I was super excited. So guys, without any further ado, I want to introduce to you guys our guest tonight. Has been a primary investor voice on CNBC's popular show Fast Money, something I watch every day. He's the founder and chief investment officer of Seymour Asset Management with over 24 years of investment experience as a portfolio manager. The TTG fam, give a big warm welcome to none other than Tim Seymour. What's up, Tim?
Hey guys, great to be here. Thank you. Great to be on TTG, and that was quite an introduction, man. You guys you're kind.
We also have to say he's also a huge Mets fan.
Yeah.
He knows pop culture.
Tim, we can't be friends, man. Yankees, man. We can't.
I hear that.
I got my Winthrop Valentine shirt on.
Yeah.
Trading places.
Yeah.
And also he runs CNBS, which is the Amplify Cannabis ETF, which I think is one of the best managed ETFs in the cannabis space. So I just wanted to throw that in.
Thanks, guys. Great to be here, and definitely I can't apologize for my Mets allegiance, but I'm not always proud, but I'm definitely a Met fan, true and true. And great to be on the show, and great to be talking to your audience. And I think it's great how seems like the mission statement here is to really help empower the audience to be able to make the right trading calls, or at least evaluate situations. We all make a lot of mistakes out there, so it's really about having the toolkit. So that's great.
Yeah. Exactly. And like one of the things that I think that for anybody that watches Tim on CNBC or anywhere else, or follows you on Twitter, you're like just direct. And I think that that's useful in a market where there's so much noise. And especially now there's so many things going on that it's really tough for the typical retail investor to just kind of navigate. So, I think that your insight will be helpful.
Yeah, these are wild times, and they always seem like wild times, but there's no question that the retail community, has never been more vocal, but has never been more powerful, has never been more influential. I mean, there's no question about it in my time on the street. And I realize the day trading heydays of .com were pretty extraordinary, but the size of capital here and the pool of liquidity is nothing short of extraordinary. Yeah. We've been doing our show on CNBC for I think I'm getting into my 15th year. So at least the first show I did, they had me in a tryout role for effectively the sixth man, the first man in off the bench. I think it was 2006. So we've been at it a long time, and I came onto the show as a full-time ensemble member in 2008. And to me, the most important thing we do is to try to educate, try to help investors understand the setups, try to not talk over people, try to certainly not necessarily profess we have all the answers. In fact, I think the most important thing I can do when I go on air is to be consistent, to be non-sensational, and to try to give my thoughts in the context of the market. So why I believe a certain way, and again, that usually doesn't change night to night. In fact, many times that doesn't change week to week or month to month. So again, in a world where I realize that a lot of the folks that are tuned in are probably trading on momentum, trading day traders, trading trading intra-hour, trading in options, not going home with any positions overnight. There's a lot of different approaches here, but I think the the place we've had on Fast Money is one. Look, it's humbling. Cherish the voice we have in the industry, the other traders on the desk as well. I think it's a crew that cares a lot about the audience and understands that there are a lot of people out there who love markets, who are passionate about it. They're a lot smarter than we are, but haven't spent their careers doing it, and that's part of what we're there to do.
Yeah. Tim, we're literally, we try to implement that same type of tone here in TTG and with the live streams and with the community. It's like that non-sensational, type of thing. It's like there's so much sensationalism, I guess, on social media specifically,
Yep.
which is where the big driving force for a lot of these brand new retail traders is coming from. And, so many people they fall to the fast money, the get rich quick type of scenes, like, hey, Lambos and mansions and all this sensationalism. But, all that stuff is all just kind of like chasing shiny objects. But there's real education and real knowledge that people need to be able to gather and understand. And that's why I respect the hell out of you and your show and the education and information and the realism that you guys put forth is something that, we admire as a group, and that we try to push that same type of feel and environment to our community as well. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
You do. You have a great crew. I was watching CNBC. I was like, guy needs a little bit of a shave. I'm gonna have him on next.
Well, I'll tell you what, he like, I'm half Italian. He's 100%, and yet the guy shaves twice a week. I mean, I don't know how he's pulling that off. Last time I checked, at the end of the day, it's time for a shave. A little makeup goes a long way.
Yeah.
But, which is something I never thought I'd say. I went to the dry cleaner yesterday, and I took in a few shirts, and then I took in a couple ties too. And when she's, I was looking like, can you watch that spot there? Can you get that one? And then she turns up like, and what's that? That looks like makeup. And it's one of these things where you don't want to say, yeah, hey, look, I'm on TV and I wear makeup, and yet I realize that different strokes to different folks, and it's a world where there's all kinds of things going on out there, and we're all very tolerant people. But otherwise, I wouldn't be wearing makeup. So this dynamic of like, dude, I don't want to be that dick that's in the dry cleaners that says, well, I'm on TV, miss, and that's why I have makeup on my tie. Anyway, so we are wearing makeup, and my wife hates the fact that the white pillowcases often still look like I never got enough off at night. So anyway.
So, all right.
Good stuff.
So, Mike, you want to how do you
want to? Yeah, I've got Tim. I've got a couple of questions, that I want to kind of fire off to you, and a couple of topics I know you guys have talked a lot about on the show. And something that we talk to our members about all the time, and I get a bunch of questions from people, whether it's on the YouTube channel, on Twitter, or on the platform in general. And I'm going to dive right into like the meme stocks and
sure.
What's going on with AMC and GameStop, and I want to get your thoughts on whether or not you think that what we saw with GameStop, what we're seeing with AMC. Do you think this is good for the markets, or do you think that this is one of those type of environments or type of things where it pulls a lot of brand new people into the market that never were involved before, and then they get left kind of scarred, and then they end up leaving the markets and never come back again after something maybe goes sideways or something goes south on them? Yeah. I kind of want to get your thoughts on this whole craziness that's going on with these meme stocks. If you think it's good or bad for the markets.
Well, there's kind of short, medium, and long-term views I have on it. In the longer term, as you said, the getting the retail investor back on board, and there was a long period after the financial crisis where I think, again, the disenfranchisement of a lot of people that just felt like the system let them down, and not only was their 401k destroyed, but there's a good chance that they were involved. Own banks that thought these were some of the safest places to be, only to learn that these banks couldn't ever even define and assess the risk on their balance sheets as it related to derivative positions. So getting retail folks back in the market and getting them to feel as if it's a place where not only they can make money and are excited to do that, but that they believe in the system, that the system's working for them. And I realize a lot of the energy around GameStop and AMC and other meme stocks is been some sense that actually the system isn't there to support the retail investor, and that this is actually, you know, democratization of the retail investor. And, you know, we don't care whether we make money. You know, it's kamikaze investing. We're going to take down institutions that have been pushing the retail guy around. And I absolutely understand that emotion, and I think it's important to at least for me to say that I think the sense that there is someone that has more information or has information that is really artificial information, is manipulating markets, is not playing by the book, is something that it's an awful feeling. And I just got to say that, and this is one of these statements that I think at times we don't really have this forum on Fast Money to talk about it as we are right now, but that you know, institutional investors also find themselves on the wrong side of market manipulation, and often are the last guys to know, especially when they're supposedly the guys that are supposed to know. Yeah. And have a lot of tools that at least give them fantastic research and trading acumen, and can you know, talk to their brokers and get a little market color. But that ultimately market manipulation, and there's many different forms of it. And I realize that the current movement is particularly focused on a couple different elements of it, including, you know, naked shorting, and to the extent that there are companies that seemingly are there to destroy good companies. And reminds me of that line in Wall Street, you know, when Bud Fox says to Gecko, you know, why did you wreck my father's company? Because it was wreckable.
It was wreckable.
And it, you know, that's not really the case here. I mean, a lot of these companies, especially in penny stock land, that get destroyed, are companies that really have no control, and they were wreckable. Yet it's very unfortunate. So we'll get deeper into these topics, but, you know, my short-term view on it is that, look, let's face it, we saw that the volatility around GameStop in kind of the first wave of this was something that actually had some reverberations into risk overall, and caught a lot of people off sides, and we saw a lot of traders in the institutional world taking down exposure, and that actually it led to a risk-off moment in broader markets that had nothing to do with meme stocks. And I think we're at a point in markets now where, look, we're at all-time highs in the S&P. The VIX has been, you know, kind of trading south of 20, with very little, you know, sense of broader risks that are out there. I think the net longs in equity aren't necessarily at, you know, extreme levels, but the gross overall in the system and in the size of balance sheets for the institutional community. I can't really speak to the retail community other than some of the metrics that I see posted by, you know, AAII and Investors Intelligence and whatnot. But from a institutional and custodial, so prime brokers, you know, data perspective, look, there's a lot of gross in the market. I don't think the market's necessarily offsides, but when you throw this kind of risk in, what I think institutions and institutional managers, and I think, you know, you could be retail guys that are doing this too, but what you do during periods of dislocation is you're really supposed to take everything down. You're supposed to simplify your book. Yeah. You're supposed to not necessarily try to trade through it. So if we see more of these moments, I do think that they could be risk moments overall for the market that will get worked through. And maybe, you know, these are shocks that then have ripple effects. Look, Arcaicos, you know, you can make an argument was all wrapped up in this as well, too, right? I mean, this was, and yet there were probably some institutions putting their boot on the neck of institutions that they knew were in trouble. But a lot of this, I think, was also institutionally driven. So in the short run, I am a little bit concerned. I think in kind of the medium term, more in line with the long-term sense that, look, it's great that we've seen retail come back in the market and have some confidence. I think what you saw out of the pandemic, when there was no sports and there was nothing to bet on, and you saw people getting stimulus checks that in many cases didn't really need them. And I'm not here to you know, shine a bright light on that. You know, there's a lot of people that get handouts every day that don't need them. But let's just say that there are people that didn't need that stimulus check to feed their kids. And they were throwing it into the stock market at a time when there was nothing else to bet on. So, to some extent, we've also brought new investors into the market. And whether it's people that I talk to, whether I'm out in a bar or whether I'm, out with friends and people that are not really market participants, but, they talk about the stock market basically as gambling as well. As far as they're concerned, there's no difference. Now, I don't think that at all. I'm of the view that, I believe in fundamentals, and I ultimately believe that fundamentals will rise to the top. I believe that liquidity forces and technicals are a big part of the roadmap in assessing where stocks are going in short to medium term, et cetera, et cetera. But the fact that there are new investors that are looking at markets and did for the first time, I think is another part of this dynamic. So it's not just, hey, how's the retail guy and gal feel about investing in the stock market today vis-a-vis 10 years ago? But also, I think there's a new audience. And look, I think that there's some real, excitement in younger kids. I'm talking, we're talking 12 through 20, right? When I was in college, I was cutting class to go to the arcade and play, Galaga. And I just really showed my age. But I mean, these are kids that are trading markets, and I some level, I think that's extraordinary. I think it's fantastic. The passion and look, the ability to access market information and trading tools and software for either free or for very low price is unprecedented, right? We've never seen anything like this. So there's a lot of information out there. That's really, to me, the democratization of Wall Street. Is that I think the little guy has access to information that's very, very good, and I think can compete.
Yeah, I thank you, Tim. And I was just so spot on, man. I agree with so much of what you're saying. Like the whole part of like this is really, I think one of the things you touched upon, like this really is a movement. And it goes back to like, you remember like the Occupy Wall Street, that whole thing where everybody was against Wall Street. They thought that the Wall Street banks, institutions, they're the reason why, my mother and my father, lost their house and they lost their 401ks. This new army of retail trader, they're the kids that saw their parents get destroyed in 2008. And I think a lot of that, like this is personal for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like you said, like the kamikaze investing, that's such a great. I mean, I've never heard that term, and it's such a spot on, perfect way.
Which seems crazy, right? Like who would I don't care if I lose all my money. I just want to fuck with somebody. Like okay, I mean, that's I don't think I could do that. But and what you say about 2008 is a really good point, because I remember talking to my dad about my grandfather and why he was a certain way because of the Depression, and how he never carried any debt, and how he was very conservative fiscally, and he was shaped as a Depression era kid, and watch kind of what his family went through, and look, I got to tell you, 2008 was a moment like that for me. I was running a fund. Actually, I'd been working in emerging markets. I'd been running a hedge fund for about 3 years. I then left to start my own fund, and we were investing in some of the riskiest asset classes anywhere. We were investing in emerging markets where you had currency risk, you had country risk, liquidity risk, terrible corporate governance in many cases, et cetera. And I actually left and took my money out of the hedge fund I was running and was starting my own fund. And I actually was putting it into second tier and third tier energy companies and telcos, effectively, in parts of the emerging world, which to me were undergoing this real interesting secular change. You were seeing this leapfrogging of technology from landlines straight to cellular. You were seeing, in far out regions in Russia where they were never going to ever see, a fixed line. They were getting cell towers put in, all that stuff. I won't get into the trade, but I'll just say that I had a major portion of my net worth wiped out in 2 months. Yeah. And some of it was because I had some leverage in my portfolio. And what I can tell you, and I can tell investors, is leverage can be like a cancer, and a little bit of leverage can wipe you out if something goes down 90%. And
look
suddenly
at the
also
the Viacom situation.
Yeah. And especially when then there's some indiscriminate application of margin rules by your custodian or your broker. And frankly, what are they going to do during extreme times? They're going to reel in risk too. So the leverage you had yesterday and the ability to margin you had yesterday is gone today. So anyway, that was me commenting on what 2008 was like for me, because it was profound, it was devastating, and I think a lot like my grandfather did. That I think they can take it from me at any point, and whoever they is. And that's something that I think investors need to at least pay some attention to.
Yeah, I think the market has a very long memory of things that they lost money on, especially for things, just kind of out of their control, right? But it is important to note that while there is a whole crew of people that came in, during the pandemic, the cool thing is that they are eventually going to get better and better at this, and they're in the system. It's like they signed up for Netflix. Like, they're just going to be here forever, participating. And yeah, it really does just change this, this whole paradigm with the retail investor. It is really exciting.
Look, there's no question that people have made some enormous money by not really knowing the fundamentals. People have made some enormous money. Look, I mean, what are the fundamentals that most people could spend more than 5 minutes talking about with Bitcoin or other digital tokens? And I'm not saying that there aren't, and that's probably not fair, because I bet there are people that are in your audience that probably could talk for more than 5 minutes. But there are a lot of folks that didn't need to care about knowing more than 5 minutes, that have been made rich beyond their wildest dreams in the last few years. So that's fantastic. I think one of the parts of the investment spectrum, though, that I hope some of the audience is thinking about are finding these long-term compounders. These companies that actually you are holding for 18 to 36 months or maybe 60 months, that are great companies that you think are continuing to either go through some growth period where you have a lot of confidence in the fundamentals, where you've seen also maybe a stock chart and a breakout where this is a company that had been dead money for 5 years, and suddenly now there's a rationale, and then there's a breakout. So, I mean, those are the kinds of stories that I like. I run a wealth management business, and those are the kinds of names that obviously we want to find more of those for our investors, because that's really, to me, I've made the most money in my career when I've been a horizon investor, and when I've actually made very difficult decisions to buy a company when it was beaten up and when it was down. I think that's something else. So as much as day trading and jumping in and out can be incredibly opportunistic, my view is again, I ran a long short equity fund, which meant by nature, and we had a low vol mandate. So we were the safe pair of hands. So we were trading all the time, and we had shorts, we had longs. We had options hedges, we had ETF hedges, and we had to think about currencies. And so when you're telling people that you're gonna give them less than 10% vol, especially in emerging markets, you're trading all the time. I don't think ultimately we were as good of investors as we could be with that mandate. The mandate, to me, that I think is the one that is the more interesting one, is the one that I think a lot of your audience can employ, which is where they can find great companies that they actually want to be investors, not traders in. But it doesn't mean that they can't trade around the edges. And I think that's a great way to have the confidence to be able to sleep on a position even through a really difficult time.
Yeah, and when I did your podcast with Guy back in November, we talked about this with cannabis, and you said something that your exact words were, it's almost like you're adopting an option strategy where you're holding a core position and then trading around that 10 to 15% to account for the volatility and then future volatility down the road, which is exactly where we are right now. Especially, as people that are watching this know, like, especially on the OTC companies in the cannabis sector, and even the ones on the big boards, the liquidity drops off a cliff come March, and then everybody's just kind of wondering.
You can't take profits in something you can't sell is what my old partner and friend, Diego used to tell me when we were. Know what the liquidity is.
Yeah, and this is just kind of something that I think right now it's kind of not to quote the Dark Knight, but it's always darkest before the dawn. That's what June and July is like in some of these.
And by the way, when you talk about the Dark Knight, I hope you're not talking about Matt Harvey, who was once dubbed the Dark Knight after having a really extraordinary first few years of his career, and somehow again, these things like where anybody that gives himself a nickname is a moron. And you can't give yourself a nickname, right? But somehow a guy, he was one of them. And again, this is as a New Yorker where, there's a lot of passion for our sports teams here. The Matt Harvey, also known as the Dark Knight, was, I think, one of the most overrated athletes, in other words, relative to what he'd ever accomplished in New York sports history. Now he's found his place, and I don't mean to be particularly mean-spirited against Matt. He's going through it. I mean, his career, I think, is on the rocks, and meaning, he's just not getting people out anymore. But you mentioned the Dark Knight, and I thought about Matt Harvey, and I know there's some Met fans out there that feel the same way.
Yeah, and Tim, I know we've only got you for a little bit more time, so I have a couple other questions that I want to kind of get your take on. We got some important Fed stuff going on here this week as well that a lot of people are going to have their ears pinned to. Just to wrap up kind of the retail investor and the whole movement there, I want to just kind of maybe see kind of where you got educated about stocks and trading, because something that we've been trying to really do in TTG is all these people that, like you said, come in and they've got, they've made money beyond their wildest dreams in GameStop and AMC from just diamond hands, to the moon. They're not selling until you get these ridiculous moves, but really educating them to, okay, now that you've made that money, being able to actually A, keep it, and B, grow it. Yeah. And understand that the AMCs, the GameStops of the world, that's not a viable investment strategy that's gonna last for a lifetime. That's going to be able to build your portfolio. Trade those stocks, don't invest in them, is kind of the way that we kind of push it. Because listen, I traded GameStop like crazy. I traded AMC like I traded AMC today, but I don't own any one of those stocks in my long-term portfolio. We try to teach people that take the money that you're making in trades like this, and then be able to learn in actual viable investment strategies. And I just kind of wanted to get your opinion, because I think the whole smart money, dumb money label that's given to on the retail.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It's unfortunately, the smart money is a term that emanates from the professional community, especially really the hedge fund community, and also might have been one of those nicknames that was self-titled. But also it was relative to the mutual fund community. It wasn't relative to the retail as the dumb guy. So again, in a world where, I think that there's some animosity that's been built up here. I think sometimes there's been some misperceptions about like what some of the terms and where they come from. But anyway, there's no question again that I think there's some incredibly smart, talented retail folks. I mean, it's actually arrogant to even have this conversation. Of course there is. So we're not having that conversation. We all know that. But I think, So some thoughts on macro Fed policy, and just kind of my approach to that in my overall trading spectrum. And by the way, I love, so I guess the platform we're on, I can see comments that are coming through. So if I look like I'm not always making eye contact, it's because I'm reading these unbelievably and like some guys talking about Daniel Murphy right now, and how I stopped watching the Mets after Daniel Murphy destroyed him in the playoffs. I know he's got to be a Cubs fan, right? I mean, we absolutely fucking wiped you guys out, and Daniel Murphy just kept dropping the hammer on you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Anyway, so look, one of the things that held me in really good stead as a trader is that I think I had a very strong foundation in global macro. And so ultimately, really, look, as I like to say, you can't invest in a bad neighborhood. So if the bad neighborhood, maybe that literally meant not a neighborhood, but a country back when I was doing emerging markets, but it can mean anything in the context of, look, if I think the Fed's tightening, or if I think there's an environment here where there are risks X, Y, or Z, that's what I mean by a bad neighborhood. I don't care what you're investing in. So getting your market call right, obviously, I think is like 60 to 70% of all performance. Getting your market periods right, and then you're going to have relative value performances within the ranks. But my foundation in markets started with macro. When I got out of business school, I worked on a desk at UBS where we were basically trading G24, so government debt of the G24, which doesn't really exist anymore. Half those countries were Europe, right? So when they went into the common currency, and they're actually the bond markets of those countries still exist. But I was trading German bunds and French oats and Italian BTPs and UK gilts, and on and on and on. But to understand how those bonds were going to trade, I had to know a little bit about the politics in those countries. I could do a news search on, Prime Minister's, Howard in Australia's headlines, and hear what he was saying about their central bank, but I had to understand what their currencies meant to the overall performance of their bonds and their markets, and then I had to really just understand some of the liquidity dynamics of those particular issues. So I was just, that was what I grew up in. And the Federal Reserve and really the U.S. bond market, the U.S. Treasury market, is what I learned was the most important market in the world. It still is, by far. And it's not a wave. I'm not waving the U.S. flag here. I'm just telling you, it's the deepest, most liquid market in the world, and everything else is priced off it. Everything, including equities. So having some understanding of where the bond market's going, and this is what we actually say, is that the bond guys are always smarter than equity guys. That is kind of true. Credit guys have a much better idea where equities are going well before, credit guys around Macy's. They were the ones that were destroying the stock on the way down. And we're talking about not just through the pandemic and whatnot, but 2018, as you started to see Macy's credit profile deteriorate. I mean, that was really the time to go after that stock. And again, going after that stock meant shorting a company that was a broken company, not stomping off, not lighting a fire in Herald Square and saying Macy's sucks. I hate the parade. Macy's is a proud American company. I like watching the parade as much as the next guy, but it was a broken company. And anyway, so I'm kind of going off on a tangent here because it ultimately, that became a credit story. And credit on some level is always going to be priced off of interest rates. So there's been a lot of noise in the last couple of days. Paul Tudor Jones, for the audience who don't know who Paul Tudor Jones is he's arguably the most respected hedge fund manager of all time. He's a guy who's definitely rooted in macro, been extremely successful on major market turns, has had a call on some of those major market turns, and is famous for it. And in addition to at times, betting against a currency like the British pound and having a monumental gain on something like that. But he was in the news this morning talking about the Fed meeting that's coming Wednesday and where this might be one of the most important Fed meetings of all time. He may be right, he may not be right. But the audience knows that the Federal Reserve has dumped so much liquidity into this market, in addition to what the government has handed out in terms of stimulus checks. So understanding where Fed policy is right now, and understanding how much liquidity is going to be still flood through the gates, or is going to slowly be tapered in, and as the audience I'm sure probably knows, but just to the most important thing is not when's the Fed going to tighten. It's when is the Fed going to provide less liquidity than they're providing. So it's tapering, right? And it's so a little bit less good is actually where I think you're going to see the market have the biggest proportionate impact. And I think it's going to be kind of ugly when we get that moment. And then ultimately, look, by the time the Fed starts actually hiking rates, they may not be able to hike rates because the market may have moved already so much in anticipation of that. So,
yeah, it's funny. It's really interesting that you actually just said that, because something that I have been talking to our viewers about, and I want to actually maybe get your view on it too, is I go back to December 2018 when the Fed was talking about raising rates, and you had a 15 or 18% drop in just the month of December in the overall markets, which actually kind of forced the Fed's hand to say, you know what, never mind, we're going to kind of take that back. They let off rising rates, brought them back down, and you had a huge run in 2019. But to see the market's reaction in December of 2018 in a pre-COVID environment, pre all of this stimulus, pre all of this liquidity, with 4% unemployment, to see the market's reaction in that environment, if you fast forward now, and if you're in the camp where you don't believe that inflation is transitory, you think that these pressures are going to be extended, what happens when the Fed's got to raise rates in this environment?
Well, that's it. What's left in the toolbox, right? And I think, look, what they're trying to do is essentially monetize the deficit. And if you listen to Fed watchers and some of these economists, that they're going to tell you that there are a lot of tools. I think ultimately it comes down to when the Fed really loses credibility, and there's not faith in our system. I don't know when that's going to be, but that's really what it comes down to, because as the saying goes, our dollar, your problem. And that's, again, not something I'm saying. That's an expression that means that the United States policy, especially as it relates to our currency, has always been what everyone else around the world then deals with. So, and as awful as it may seem in terms of a deficit we're running right now, and the printing press is running through the night, and the reason why Bitcoin is doing what it's doing, one of the reasons, there's a lot of reasons, is that's scary. But then look around the world and say, all right, so who's a better institution to park your money with? Am I really confident in the ECB? Is there really any harmony amongst a bunch of disparate nations that have been going to war with each other forever and don't have a common tax system, but have a common central bank and can't really agree on it? I'm an emerging markets investor, so my views on China are not. I'm not predisposed to China's awful. In fact, I think China's misunderstood. But ultimately, I don't think Chinese markets, and certainly not their bond markets and their treasury markets there are they're not even on the same playing field with ours. It's not even close. And the Bank of Japan is probably the closest thing out there. But what have we been saying about Japan for the last 4 decades? Which is that they're still getting over their credit bubble of the late 80s when they bought Radio City Music Hall, which scared the shit out of me as a kid, by the way. And so I'm already showing my age. But I was like, wow, am I not going to be able to go see the Christmas Spectacular anymore? Anyway, it's still going. So, there's my diatribe on, look, the Fed is the most important institution in the world. It's scary times. But arguably the Fed moved quickly in COVID and did something actually quite extraordinary, and I think extraordinarily good. I don't think we should be at extreme accommodation right now. I don't.
I agree.
And I know we had a black swan event. We had this issue on Fast Money tonight, and I didn't even wasn't able to get this point in. And I'm not saying, look, we're out of the woods, and I think there's a lot of fears out there, even on the health front, that could still be issues. But people are going to go back to work. The supply chain is going to solve itself. There will be eventually enough semiconductors to be exported to the auto companies. I mean, if the world is back humming again, it is like a post-war economy, and because that's what we've gone through. And so, unlike the financial crisis of 2008, where look, a credit crisis is a cancer. Back to what I talked about, the right term, because that hollows out and destroys a lot of infrastructure, and that's something that does take decades to recover from. And yes, we're still kind of recovering from that, although we've made a lot of progress, and maybe we set ourselves up for an even bigger bubble, where again, the debts were transferred from the private sector onto the public sector, which is where they sit right now, and that's the big fear here. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a scary time. I don't think Wednesday's Fed meeting is going to be a linchpin, but I do think we're all going to be parsing over that transcript for any changes in the wording, as Fed watchers now do. So it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I agree with you, Tim. I think I think 2008 the Fed acted slow. I think 2020. The Fed acted fast and aggressive and should be applauded for it. But yeah. I agree. I think that we've kind of fed the beast for a little bit too long, with, like you said, with the amount of stimulus, the amount of liquidity that's in markets right now. I for one don't think that it's really needed at this point. But
yeah, I mean, the one thing that's also really clear is that low interest rates have helped people with money and destroyed people without money. And I know that sounds backwards, but it's been financial oppression, and it's been awful. I mean, it's been really difficult for Main Street, and it's great to be able to buy more house than you could afford because you can get a 2% mortgage. But that's not really most people. Most people are trying to save money, a little bit of money, and make a little bit of money on their money, rather than negative interest rates, effectively negative real rates for sure. So yeah, I mean, and ultimately everything else has gotten a lot more expensive. So for the same people, they can't afford healthcare, they can't afford the house anymore, they can't afford the education. So it's a problem.
Yeah, and I think that just kind of I know that I think that I'm being told here that you've got to. I think
I'm afraid we're going to do this again, though. Yeah. By the way, I'm going through these comments on the side. It's good enough fun. I mean, you got a lot of really cool folks chiming in, and people that are obviously a pretty passionate audience. So
definitely,
yeah, that's cool. Good for you guys. It's great.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, and I really, Tim, I just gotta. That's our TGD family. We're a strong family, and I gotta just tell. I really want to thank you, man, for taking the time. I know you're so busy during the day with everything, and then you're on the Fast Money show, and to have the time to come on here with us, myself, awesome. the whole TG fan, we really, really appreciate it. It was an absolute pleasure to speak with you. I watch you every day on TV, so it's been a real pleasure.
Thanks, dude.
To kind of don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You know what? Look, until the Mets and Yankees are playing in the World Series. I mean, I don't have I want to see the Yankees. You think I want Boston to beat the Yankees? Are you kidding me?
You think I want the Phillies to beat you guys? Of course not. Of course not.
I mean, I hope you don't have any Philly fans in the family, because I mean, they're dirtbags.
They're the worst sports fans in the country, hands down. Eagle fans might be the worst fans in the country.
Just saying. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. All right, and we'll do it again soon.
Definitely, Tim. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
Ciao.
All right. Oh man, that was awesome. That was so awesome. That was a lot of fun, man. Tim's a really great guy, and everyone. I just want to I want to kind of tie tie this together here, guys, and like just really, something that Tim was talking about how, this like the interest rate environment and financial oppression, and it helped people with money and it really hurt people without money. What you're looking at right now and what you are experiencing in the markets, this is the chance to bridge the gap between you and the 1%. It is getting an education. It is being able to take advantage of the things you're seeing in AMC, the things you're seeing in GameStop, the things you're seeing in the overall markets while we're at all-time highs, and actually getting an education to understand what the hell is going on. Why is AMC at 60? Why did GameStop go to 400? Why is the market at all-time highs? Why does what one man is going to say on Wednesday going to move the entire equity markets? Why? How? What does inflation mean? What sectors do good during inflation? If rising rates and the markets go down, what do I do? How do I take advantage? You guys have to understand this is your opportunity to take advantage of all of this. Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. This live stream is just getting started. I'm going to be breaking down 2 home run trades today in AMC and RAPT. I'm going to tell you what I think AMC is going to do here tomorrow. Jason, my man, I want to thank you for coming on here tonight. And everybody, thank Jason for getting Tim on the show tonight, because Jason's buddies with him. He reached out to him. Jason's the one that got him on the show. So everybody give a big warm thank you to Jason for
thank you. That's so nice. I mean, for my next trick, who else do you want on?
Maybe Guy.
I'm definitely going to have Guy come on.
Dude, you got to get Guy and Tim. They're hilarious together.
They're so funny. They're so funny. Yeah.
They're like me. They're like you and I.
I mean, yeah. They're a slightly older version of us.
They've got 2 different styles. They pick on each other constantly. They're like you and I.
Holy crap. I'm going to be like, Guy, Tim, is it, maybe I get all 4 of us on. I'll be like, is it like looking back and like having a time machine? Yeah, no, Tim's great. Yeah, guys, for sure follow him on Twitter. Just salt of the earth guy. I was glad that he could come on and interact with you guys. Really see that, and I know he doesn't get to do that on CNBC. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys had it. Enjoyed having him on. Our goal is to just get as many thought leaders and people that can help you guys as possible on here.
Definitely.
All right. So see you guys later. Peace.
Thanks, Wolf. Yeah, guys. So I mean, that was just a lot of fun. And like I said, Tim really shared some really good information with you guys here tonight, not only from like a macro view, and I know maybe some of the things he was talking about where it's maybe over some people's heads that are brand new to this, and that's okay. And you guys are going to learn, you guys are going to learn more about that stuff. But, one thing that I think you should take away from what Tim was talking about is just, the importance of getting education and understanding, what to do in markets, and not just, investing and holding on to certain stocks and not knowing why, but, being able to, develop investment strategies that can really help build a portfolio over time. And something that he said that I didn't get a chance to actually talk to him about, and I want to reiterate kind of one of the points that he made, is that like after 2008, the retail investor was scared. The retail investor was like, Wall Street and the banks, it really let me down, and they were scared to put their money in the markets. And that's really unfortunate, because all you got to do is look to see what the stock market did from 2008 until now. And I'm going to show you guys what the stock market did from 2008 until now. And the fact that more than half of the country, missed out on this is really sad. It's really sad, because half of the country does not have an education. And this was 2008. There's the crash of 2008, 2009. There it is. Looks like a blip on the radar, doesn't it? But after that crash, the retail audience was scared. The retail investor did not believe in the stock market. They did not put their money, they did not invest in the stock market. And look at what happened. Look at what happened in the markets. The majority of people in this country missed out on making this, building this wealth. Do not let this be you. This is why getting a trading education is so damn important, so that you can understand what's going on in the markets and that you can actually take advantage of these opportunities, and you're not scared to invest in the markets, or on the flip side, you're not overly arrogant and overly confident to invest in markets, and you hold on to stocks that you shouldn't be holding on to when you could be taking money that you're realizing in something like AMC or GameStop, and you can be investing it in other companies that you can hold for the next 3, 5, 10 years that can build wealth over time. And that is why I think it's such a fantastic thing that we're seeing such a surge in retail traders and retail investors. I absolutely love it. I love that retail is coming back. I love that people are empowered and social media is bringing this movement together. Before, the retail trader was all alone, isolated, out on an island, without any information, without any ability to, corroborate with other people and bounce ideas off each other. They didn't have that. That was reserved for the Wall Street, the happy hours and the idea dinners, okay, and the conference calls and the analyst reports. But the little guy had none of that. Social media has made all of this possible. It's allowed traders and the retail audience to get together. It's allowed them to get access to information. It's allowed them to bounce ideas off of one another. This is an unprecedented time that I'm so glad to see so many retail people getting involved. But get an education, take advantage of this opportunity, because this is a skill that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Make the money, great, but learn how to keep it and learn how to, more importantly, grow it. That is what is so important. That is what I want you to, if you take anything away from this here today, I want you guys to take that away. Okay. Now, what I want to do here real quick, I'm going to recap 2 of my trades today, AMC and RAPT. Now, I also made a trade today in NOVN. NOVN was a loser for me today, but home runs on AMC and home run on RAPT. If you guys caught my live stream last night, I told you exactly what I was going to do today. Yesterday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I went live. I told you exactly what I was going to do on AMC. That exact thing happened today. We made a bunch of money today in chat. I'm going to break down that trade for you. But before we do, I actually want to know here, there was a lot of people I see that were making comments. Okay, while Tim was kind of talking, we were going through our question. It makes me think we have a lot of new people here. So I actually want to know, if this is your first TTG live stream, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Type the number 1 in chat if you're not a member of True Trading Group or this is your very first live stream. All right, let's see. Who do we got? We got Ark Omen. We got David Sorrells, AD. We got Steve. We got Brittany Edwards. We got A. Hurdle, Mark Anthony, V1 Pilot Aviation. We got Jay Russ, Tim O, Eddie Leva, Glitterlicious Beauty. I like that name. Jay Nahad, Edwin Diaz, Christina Patton, Lorraine Smith, The Truth, Marco Carrasco, Dr. Cherry, Tammy Sanders, Nico P, RV Thomas, Sam E, Elisa Fawn, Britt Ledford, Relatively Real, Show, Los Brethrens, Father Guido, Yvonne Muldrow, Johnny Shapula, Eric EJ, King Cyrus, Tony Malil, Matt the Golem, Lavelle B, Stephen Langer, Chris Dempsey, Kawan, Brian Feeney, Chris Emmer, Nure Art. Wow, so many of you guys. I absolutely love it. Franimal the Animal, Yes Trading. Guys, this is great. Absolutely awesome. I love it. So many new faces here today. I really do love it. Guys, welcome all of you that are here for your very first time. I'm telling you, subscribe to the channel. We always do these live streams 6 nights a week. I have special guests on. I go over my trade recaps. I also give you trade ideas like I did last night. I told you guys, AMC over 52, get long, we're going to 60. Exactly what happened here today. We went right up there over 60. So you guys want to make sure you follow the stream if you guys are here new. Also follow me on Twitter at Mike Edward_TTG. That is at Mike Edward_TTG. Give me a follow there on Twitter. I'm always sharing with you guys some trade ideas and market commentary there on Twitter. But for those of you that are new, that are not members, A couple of people were asking about how do I join the family? How do I join your group? Guys, TTG, it's a 1-year membership. First of all, it's normally $2,212 for the year, but from now until midnight, you can save 42% and pay only $1,276. That's a little over $100 a month. All right. We've also got 25 laptops for tonight. Okay. We've got the last 25 for tonight. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we got 25 laptops. Okay. We got 25 laptops for tonight. So the first 25 people that use coupon code TTG121, again, that's TTG121, you'll get a 42% discount and you're going to get a brand new free laptop. It's either going to be an Asus or an HP laptop. Brand new. It's our gift to you. We're even going to cover the shipping. And yes, we do ship internationally as well. So you get the 42% discount and you get the brand new free laptop, our gift to you. All right. For that $1,276, which is the price of the membership, guys, with that discount code, you're going to get our entire curriculum. Again, simplified version of the stuff I learned at the fund. It's a 17-course curriculum, beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology, crypto, swing trading, you name it. We've got it all in text and video format. You've got Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed in our chat. You've got Quote Media's full book level 2 and options data, Trading Views Pro Plus charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares. All these things are included with your membership. You don't pay extra for any of this. You got a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can practice trading and implement what you learn in the courses before you start risking hard-earned cash. Then you get access to our chat room, where it's proprietary software. It's not Discord or anything like that. We share our screen with you during the day. We're live on the mic talking to you, telling you what we're buying before we buy it. I told everybody today on the microphone, I'm buying AMC before I actually bought it. I send out real-time alerts whenever my trades actually execute. It's not just me. There's 8 other moderators in there that are calling out trades in real time. We trade stocks, options, we day trade, we swing trade, you name it, we trade it. There's something in there for everybody. We're also in there all day. We're not gone after 2 hours. The moderators are in there all day calling out trades, identifying opportunities, and most importantly, answering questions. You can send us private messages during the day and ask us questions. And collectively, we're sporting an 83% win rate in chat between myself and the rest of the moderators. Really proud of that stat with all the moderators. We also do live workshops every week. We do one-on-one mentor sessions. We do small private study groups. We've got a small account challenge that's starting up this month with $100,000 in cash prizes. We also do a bunch of giveaways. You guys caught the live stream last night. Whenever we get 300 new members, we give away a Tesla or $30,000 cash. Okay. We actually did that last night. We also gave away a Porsche and $50,000 last night as well. Whenever we get 150 lifetime members, we give away a brand new Porsche or $50,000. We have a lot of fun with our members. Aside from just these live streams, we have a lot of fun. Okay. So again, guys, TTG121, use that coupon code. You actually have to enter the coupon code and click apply code in order to get the discount. Okay, you actually have to enter the coupon code. All right. You'll know that you're one of the 25 people for the laptop because you'll see the laptop in your checkout. If you go to your checkout and the laptop is not there, that means we've sold out of the 25 laptops. Okay. So again, use coupon code TTG121 to get the 42% discount. That price is going to go up at midnight tonight. So if you guys want the 42% discount, that brings the price down to $1,276. It's less than 100. That's a little over $100 a month. All right, so that'll be a 42% discount, and you'll get the free laptop. We also have a money-back guarantee for you folks as well. I stand behind my platform. I stand behind the education. I put my money where my mouth is. So if you guys sign up with that coupon code, if you don't make back your membership fee, which is $1,276, if you don't make that back at least once during your membership, after completing our courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a private study group, if you don't make it back at least once, I'll give your money back. I'll give you a full refund, dead serious, not kidding. It's right there on the website for you to see. That's how confident I am in the quality of the education that you guys are getting access to at True Trading Group. All right, so use that coupon code TTG121. All right, folks. Now it's time to take things over to the charts. I want to break down Samuel, welcome to the family. My TTG fan, give a big warm welcome to Samuel. Give a big warm welcome to Samuel. All right, guys, what I want to do now, I want to take things over. Let's without any further ado, let's head on over. Let's get things to the charts. I want to recap all of our my trading action here from today. So let's go ahead and take things to the charts. All right, folks, AMC. AMC, this is what it's all about here. This is a big moneymaker for me today, folks. We absolutely nailed this trade today in chat. Could not have been any more perfectly executed than this trade here today. So the reason why I always tell you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You always want to share these lives, turn on your notifications. You never want to miss them, because on some of these lives, not only do I recap my trades so you guys can learn from them, but I also give you trade ideas before I make them. Last night was one of those times. Okay. Last night we did a live stream, as we always do. We talk about, hey, ideas. This is how I plan on making money this week. So I told you guys last night that if AMC gets over 52, I think the stock's going to 60. So what I actually want to do right now, guys, I've got like a 1.5-minute clip from last night's live stream. We're going to pull up that clip right now. I want you guys to just check this out. This is from the live stream last night where I go over my analysis on AMC. Let's go ahead and play that clip. And then look at what's happened. It held support, not once, but twice. And now it looks like we're holding support even higher. Looks like that support level has kind of stepped up a little bit, doesn't it? Looks like it stepped up a little bit. I like what I'm seeing here. You have a nice little downtrend line. This is a descending triangle. That's not a bad looking setup, folks. A trigger point for me on AMC, I'll tell you guys this right now. A trigger point for me on AMC, if AMC can get above 52. If AMC can get above 52, I think it goes back to 60. Okay? Again, if AMC gets over 52 tomorrow, I'm going to be long. And I'm going to look for this to get to 60. 60 will be a profit target for me. Boom. Boom. Last night, if AMC gets above 50, that's a trigger point for me. Oliver, welcome to the family. I said last night, if AMC gets over 52, I'm getting long. I think we're going to 60. Folks, let's take things back to the charts. Let me go center focus with the charts. Well, what happened today? Let's go into a 3-minute chart of AMC. Where's 52? Well, let's draw a line across 52. Let's draw a line across 52. Okay, there's our line across 52. Well, let's draw a line across 60. Are you kidding? Is this for real? This is for real, isn't it? It sure is. We got long AMC today right there. Oops, let me draw this over. We got long AMC at $52.93. $52.93. And you guys want to know where my final take profit was? Just over $60. It's like $60.40. And what's your high of the day? 60. I think it was 60.36. I think was my final take. $60.55. Now I was taking profit along the way, folks. Don't get me wrong. I didn't sell my whole position up there at 60. I was taking profit along the way. I took a piece of profit off AMC right here. Okay, we took another piece of profit off AMC in here. Took another piece of profit off an AMC in here. And then the final take profit right there at 60. Guys, this is exactly what I said last night on the live stream. It's exactly what I said last night. I just showed you the clip. I told you last night, I go, guys, tomorrow if AMC gets above 52, I'm getting long. I'm looking for this to get to 60. And I followed the game plan perfectly. Followed the game plan perfectly. Long right there, 52.93, and final take profit right there at 60. Absolute monster home run. Exactly what we said. Exactly what we said. And we talked about this live in chat in real time, right? We talked about this, guys. We talked about this in chat. All my TTG fam, you guys were there. My TTG fam, Angelina, welcome to the family. If you are a member of True Trading Group, and this is exactly what happened here today in chat, and we called it, I told you guys too, right? When AMC pushed to 53, 54, what did I say? I said, guys, watch for the pullback towards the low of the day. I said, watch for the pullback down towards 52. I'm going to be a buyer. Right or wrong? Guys, this is what I'm saying. You guys got to get your butts in chat. You know, we talked about this last night on the live stream. You know, but it's one thing for me to tell you guys the night before, you know, what it is that I think a stock is going to be doing. But, you know, it's another for you guys to actually, you know, to be in chat in real time when this is taking place. You know, real time. How many subscribers do you have? I think we've got about, I don't know, 6,400 members, somewhere in that neighborhood, 6,500. I think we have about 6,500 members in True Trading Group, I'd say. Okay. But, you know, I said last night, AMC, this is going to be one of my #1 trade ideas. Pre-market today, I said this was going to be one of my #1 trade ideas. And this thing just worked out perfectly, guys. It really did. You know, it really worked out perfectly for us. I'm proud of all the members that were able to capitalize on this trade. It was a beautiful trade. It was a beautiful trade. This is a textbook double bottom gap up pattern also, by the way, for those of you that were wondering what type of setup this is. Textbook double bottom gap up pattern, and you also have a descending triangle in here as well. So there's your descending triangle with this double bottom gap up pattern. And it was a beautiful, beautiful breakout and with some really nice follow through and some really nice continuation. Okay. So there you have it, folks. All right, that's AMC. Now let's talk about what do I think AMC is going to do now? What do I think we do now, right? What do I think we're going to do now? Let's talk about what's next. Let's go back to the daily chart on AMC. Okay, I told you guys yesterday what I thought AMC was going to do today, and I told you what my game plan was if AMC did what I thought it was going to do. Now let's talk about what I think AMC is going to do tomorrow. Just signed up for the year. Can't wait to learn how to read charts and make money with you. Yes, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Sorry, SJ Black Wolf 92, man. Welcome to the family. I look forward to trading with you too, man. I look forward to trading with you too. Francis, welcome to the family. Francis, welcome to the family. I love it. I love it. All my new family members, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Now, let's talk about what's next here for AMC. Our new level that you all need to be paying attention to, guys, is right here. This is it. This is your level. Okay, this is your level. What I want you all to watch for tomorrow, okay? Listen carefully. Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and AMC is at 61.62, if we are above that 60, 61 area, if we are above 60 to 61, I'm going to be a buyer of AMC again. Let me repeat that. This resistance level you see here, just over 60. Okay, it's very clear. There you can see those two highs. You also see the high of the day today. Okay, if AMC tomorrow gaps up above, I didn't mean to delete that line. Let me draw that line back for you guys. If AMC gaps above that level tomorrow, okay, like if AMC does this, okay, if AMC does that tomorrow, I will look to be a buyer, and I'm gonna see if we can get this thing up to $70. Okay, so again, if we gap above 60, 61, so tomorrow morning, if we're 61, 62, I'm going to look for 60 to be support, and I'm going to look for a move up to 70. That's going to be my game plan there tomorrow. Now, if we do not gap above 60, 61, if tomorrow we open up and we're at 58, 57, 50, I'm going to do nothing. I'll be hands off. Then I think it's going to be a choppy, it's going to be consolidation. I only want to trade AMC when it's got momentum. I don't want to trade AMC when it's going through this little consolidation and it bounces around and back and forth. If this thing's going to make another move, we've got a gap, I think, above that 60-61 area. And if we do, I'm looking for 60 to be my support zone. I'll be buying 61, 62. Stop loss will probably be somewhere around 60, 60, 50. Depends on the intraday setup tomorrow. This is why you guys got to be in chat. And I'll look to take profits up along the way as we get up to 70. And that's going to be your all-time high, which sits right at 72.62. But I'll probably be flat before that, somewhere up in that $70 region. Okay, so that's what I'm going to look for there tomorrow on AMC. We were spot on there today. So we'll see what happens, folks. But again, if we tomorrow we're at 58, 59, I'm going to be hands off. I'm not going to do anything in AMC probably until we get above 61, and then I'll look to get myself involved. I'll find opportunity elsewhere. If we gap above 60, 61, and all of a sudden AMC tomorrow is 61, 62, I will try to be a buyer. I'm going to look for 60 to be support, and I'm going to look for a move up towards 70. That's my game plan. Okay? That's my game plan there on AMC. Now let's go over and let's recap RAPT. RAPT, guys, my other home run trade here from the day today. This was a beauty from $33 up to over 40. And we got some after hours action in this thing as well, as they just actually announced an offering after hours, and we actually climbed higher. So let's talk about this RAPT. We got to zoom this all the way back to here. Right here is when I got involved with RAPT. That's what yes, I'm talking pre-market. I'm not going to be buying AMC pre-market, but that's where I'm going to be looking for us to gap above that level tomorrow pre-market, yes. No, Christina Patton, I do not recommend that beginners start trading Forex. No, I do not. Okay, so RAPT, this is what RAPT looked like when I first stepped in here to try to get involved. Okay, that where I just kind of stepped in here to first get myself involved. We had a trade line VWAP crossover that ignited this move through highs. You had a real nice increase in volume, and you had a real quick jump in share price, and the stock actually halted. We halted there at 34.44. Okay, that was a halt. We halted at 34.44 for volatility. Okay, so while the stock was halted, I came on the microphone and I told everybody, right, my TG fam, you guys can all verify that this is true. I came on the microphone while RAPT was halted, and I told everybody, guys, when we come out of this halt, I'm going to try to buy this thing below 33. I'm going to look for a quick pullback below 33, and I'm going to buy, okay, RAPT. That was my game plan. Okay, my TG fam, you guys can verify in chat right now that that's exactly what I said while the stock was halted. All right, now as I pan this over, you'll see that as soon as we come out of the halt, what happens? We get this quick pullback. Well, guess what? What's the low of that pullback? 32.75. Well, that's exactly what I said I wanted to do, right? I said, guys, coming out of this pullback, coming out of this halt, watch for a pullback below 33. I'm buying it. We pulled right down to 32.75, and I just went boop, right in long at $33. Nice, Marcia. Marcia made $875 following me on RAPT today. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. All right. So that's RAPT. So we jumped in right here. We jumped in right there, guys, at $33 on the button, and then the rest was history. Okay, this beautiful, beautiful extension, follow through, move higher, and we took some profits off, obviously, on this huge candle where we got the extension coming out of the halt. Coming out of the halt, we got that huge extension where we extended higher, and then my final take profit was right there over $40 for basically you're looking at about almost an $8 per share gain. On the final take profit on RAPT was an absolute home run. Efren, welcome to the TGD family. What I actually want to do real quick, guys, I would love to know If you guys made money today in chat on AMC or RAPT, I want you guys to sound off in chat right now. If you are a member of True Trading Group and you made money today, sound off in chat right now. Type away in chat. If you guys made money today, I want to know how you did. I want to know how much. Type it in chat right now if you guys made money in chat today. Don't be shy. Type it away right in chat. I want to know if you made money today. Type away in chat, guys. Yes, on AMC, 640 bucks on RAPT, 700 bucks on both. Robert Alvarado made 10,000. J-Man, 9,000. Roxanne, 1,200. E-Shadow, 800. CRW, my boy, 913. Feeling Froggy, 4,500. Yes, Barb did well on AMC. My boy Jeffrey Wagner crushed it, 6,000 on AMC. I love it. Chef Daddy caught both for $1,500 gain. Barbara, 500 bucks. Jason Walkenbach, 3K today on RAPT and AMC. Hell yes. Chris Maragos has been a member for 1 day, made 500 bucks today on AMC. Diving Mad made 700 on AMC. This is awesome. Arceli Grapes, 2,500 bucks. Alex Reynoso, 1,800 bucks. Lawman, 627 bucks. Eric Roku, 1,300. Melissa, 600. Lady Boss, 4,200. I love it. I absolutely love it, guys. Hell yes. Hey, Roger Fragler just got TGG certified. Roger, congratulations, man. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is great, guys. Absolutely great. I love it. 2,600 bucks for PLB Fashion. This is awesome. Smokey crushed it. 15 on AMC, 3,000 on RAPT. Lucy Lou, 1,500 on AMC. Awesome, guys. I love it. Great job. Really great job, everybody. Really, really, really great job. Congrats. Congrats. I love it. I love when the whole team hits it. I really do. I love when the whole team hits it. This is why you guys got to get your butts in chat. Guys, I'm telling you, man, use that coupon code. Use that coupon code. We got a few of those laptops left. Use it. Coupon code TTG121. Get your butts in chat. AMC is going to be #1 focus for me tomorrow. So is RAPT. I'm still looking at both these stocks. They're going to be right there at the top of my watch list tomorrow. Very, very, very good chance I trade both of these stocks again tomorrow. You want to make sure that you are in chat trading them with me if we do. I was off last week, guys. It feels so good to be back. And to start the week off with home runs like this. Like I said, I did have a losing trade today in NOVN. If you guys want, I'll pull that up real quick. I don't want to ignore the losing trades. We talk about the winners and the losers here in True Trading Group. I did give some profits back on NOVN, but still it was a really solid day for me today. And I'll take things right back to the charts so I can share this with you guys. We'll just cover this real quick for those that did have questions about it. NOVN today, guys, I was looking for this. We broke above Friday's highs with a nice little increase in volume. We then pulled ourselves back in and we started to hold support at those prior highs. So I stepped in there, guys, and I actually got long. I got long NOVN right there. Okay, so right there is why I stepped in. I got long NOVN. I was looking for some follow through. I was looking for us to get up into the mid-20s. I thought maybe we had a chance to get up towards 26. This is a recent reverse split. They did a 1 for 10 just a few weeks ago, and I thought maybe this stock had a chance to give you some follow through. You had a like a bull flag starting to really form here on NOVN that I thought maybe had a chance to give us a breakout and to give us some extension in the afternoon, but we didn't. The stock just kind of ran out of steam. I ended up stopping out of the position right there. Okay, so there's was my entry. There was my stop loss. And I just stuck to my stop exit trade. And I took a loss on NOVN. So I did get back some of my profit from AMC and RPT, but still, guys, AMC and RPT were home runs. And that was, just a great way to kind of finish off the day. Okay. So there you have it, folks. So that's kind of the trading action there from the day today. AMC will be front and center for me tomorrow. Again, watch for that gap up above 60, 60, 61. RAPT will be on watch for me again tomorrow as well. RAPT, the game plan, guys, is going to be 42. Look for 42 to be support on RAPT tomorrow and see if we can get some follow through, either 42 or 50. Okay. Your all-time high on this is $51. Okay. 50, let's see, the all-time high, the actual print is 51.21 is your all-time high. Okay. 51.21. Okay. 51.21 is your all-time high. Now, we pierced through that after hours, but remember, our after hours, that doesn't count. Okay, so we still have not broken through that all-time high. So what we've got to do now tomorrow is see if we can hold above 42. If we can hold above 42, you want to look for us to push higher and try to test that 51.21 all-time high. Okay, so there you have it, folks. All right, so that's it, guys. That's RAPT. That's AMC. So that's the action that we had there today. What I would love to actually do right now is to just see real quick. I would love to know how many people are still on the live stream that are not members of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of TTG, I want you guys to type the letters TTG in chat right now. All right, let's see. We got a lot. MJ, David Sorrells, Great G36, Tim O, Trees Angel, Dr. Cherry, Ben Heinz, Sam, Show, Luca, Mark W, Matt Barnes, Najiri Mwa, Father Guido, Drit Z, Brian Feeney, Joris Boss, Klorensky, Hector Chavez, Christina Patton, Bamadel Joseph, Ken Man, Eric Roque, Matt Barnes, Chalendi, CRW, my boy, bro. You're the man, CRW says, join today, guys. Best thing that ever happened to me. Edwin Diaz, Joanne Clark, Evangeliste Bonamensa, Ursulina Grauman, Michael Petit. Beautiful. Guys, listen, seriously, for all of you that just typed TTG in chat, one thing I'll tell you guys, we talk openly and honestly here in True Trading Group. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm never going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, guys, join True Trading Group and you'll make $1 million tomorrow. Join True Trading Group, quit your job next week. I'll be the first one to tell you that trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not for people that are looking to cut corners. You're learning a new skill. That's something you have to understand. If you really want to do this and you really want to learn how to make money in the markets, you're learning a new skill. It's no different than learning any other skill. You got to be willing to put in some time, energy, and effort to actually learn it. But at TTG, it doesn't matter if markets are up, down, left, right, sideways, inside out. We're making money in TTG and we're becoming better traders. And if you guys don't believe me, I want you to watch this. Everyone that typed TTG, watch this here right now. My TTG members, now I'm talking to my members specifically. Are you making money? And more importantly, are you a better trader because of True Trading Group? Sound off in chat right now. I want to know. So anyone that's not a member of TTG, what I think you should do right now is start to pay attention to some of these comments. I want you guys to read some of these comments that are coming through chat here right now. All right. These are my TTG members. These are my actual real TTG members that are sounding off and they're commenting, letting you know how they're doing, if they're making money, are they becoming better traders? And there's no difference between them and you. They started off in True Trading Group, same way that you guys did. They found us maybe through a live stream or through some type of family or friend referral. If they can do it, so can you. Okay, no difference between them and you. All right. So there you have it, folks. I would say just, again, read some of those comments. Now, just as much as it's important for me to recognize all of my members here that are having success And like it's, you know, as much as great as it was for me to show you guys RAPT and AMC, but what else? I also showed you NOVM, which was a losing trade for me today. It's just as equally as important for me to recognize the successes as it is those that are still struggling. Okay. And the reality is that 80% of our TG members are successful, which means they're making money, they're becoming better traders. But that also means 20% are still struggling. I told you, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm always going to shoot you guys straight. But at True Trading Group, we leave no trader behind. That's why we host red to green workshops. These are live events inside of our chat room where members that are struggling get to submit everything they're struggling with, and we cover it over several hours live. It's all recorded, okay? It's recorded, and we load it up to the video library after the fact for you to go back and for you to watch it. I know it's not possible to have 100% success rate. I get that, but that doesn't mean I can't try. Doesn't mean we can't try. TTG, it's a business, folks. At the end of the day, it's a hell of a business, but it's only as good of a business as the members are actually doing. We got to get up every day, earn the trust and support of our members. Yes, that means way long after they've given their membership fee. We don't take things lightly, the responsibility and the trust that we're given. We work hard every day to continue to earn that trust. These are people's lives we're talking about. This is people's hard-earned money. This is their family's money. This is their child's education. This is their dream vacation with their spouse and their family. This is people's lives we're talking about here, and myself and my family, we don't take it lightly. The trust that people put in us to give them an education, and we really take that thing very seriously. Okay, guys, listen, everyone that typed TTG in chat, please listen to me carefully. No one's going to do the work that's needed for you to reach your goals. You have to do it. But it all starts with getting the right education, having access to the right tools, and being part of the right community that's going to help you to learn, trade, and profit. That's what True Trading Group is all about. Folks, we spend about 12 to 15 hours a day on the TTG platform and our members, making sure that our members are getting value and continue to see how we can continuously improve on our platform. I told you before, a one-year membership to TTG, it's normally $2,212, but tonight until midnight Pacific, you can save 42%, brings the price all the way down to just $1,276. And you get the free laptop. I think we got about 20 of those laptops left. So the next 20 people that use coupon code TTG121 will get 42% off, and you're going to get yourself a brand new free laptop. Yes, we also do cover the shipping. It's just our gift to you. It's going to be either an Asus or an HP laptop, brand new free laptop just for joining the fan. Okay. And again, True Trading Group, I told you before, it's a platform. So you get access to the top premium trading tools and products because you bundle them together as part of your membership. Included in your membership, guys, is Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that gives you news alerts like that. I can't tell you guys how much money we've made and saved because of this news service that's included with your membership. You don't pay extra for any of this. This is all included for $12.76. You also get quote streams, real-time level 1 and real-time full book level 2. That's full market maker depth level 2 through quote stream. Okay. That also comes with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money where you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Please use the simulator if you're not yet a profitable trader. Prove yourself you can make money before you start risking your hard-earned cash. You also get access to a trade ideas scanner, small caps, mid caps, large caps, new high of the day, volume scanner. Okay, all right there. This will help you identify what are the best stocks for you to be trading that are going to give you the best chance to make money during the day. All of this is included free. You also get TradingViews Pro Plus charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders today. It's yours free. You're also going to get you're also going to get 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting about an 83% win rate. We're fully transparent in TTG, folks. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that our moderators make. This way you can track all of our performance and see how you would be doing if you were following along with all of those trades. Fully transparent, everything right there on the website for you to see. Then you're also getting one small private study group with any TTG moderator. Okay, you're also going to be getting the entire curriculum. This is a 17-course curriculum, folks. It's a simplified version of the stuff that I learned working at the hedge fund. It comes in beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses, crypto courses, you name it. We've got it in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Okay. We also, on top of that, you guys get access to a video library. That video library has over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are, previously recorded workshops and webinars that we've done, like that, some topics like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, just to name a couple. All right, these are all things that are right in that video library. All of these things are included, and there's no special courses that cost more money. When you guys pay $12.76, you get everything. Every course, every tool, every educational content, everything. And then, of course, access to our chat room. You guys can private message me and the mods all day, get trade alerts. We share our screen. We're talking on the mic, just like I'm talking to you now. I talk to members on the mic throughout the course of the day. Your next question should probably be, well, why do you give all of that away for $12.76? Just those resources and tools that you give away. They cost more than the membership. So why do you do that? Well, I'll answer that question by asking a question. I want you to type the letter I in chat right now if you've ever been a part of another trading group were promised the world only to feel like you were just another $1,000 upsell away from reaching your goals or from being successful, from figuring it out. Type the letter I in chat right now if that's happened to you. Look at all these letter I's. Welcome, Tone. Welcome, Tone, to the TTG fam. Guys, you see all these letter I's? This is why we offer everything that we do for just that one price. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be this difficult for people to get themselves an education and for them to figure out, to be part of a group and get access to these tools. It shouldn't be that difficult. We want to disrupt this entire industry. And now, but listen, with that being said, listen, I know that for $12.76, we give away the kitchen sink. And in life, you got to know your value too. And we know ours. And that's why we will be moving our membership price to $2,500. Okay. We're going to be there a lot sooner than you think. The price of our membership goes up by a couple bucks every single day. We'll be up to $2,500 before you guys know it. That's still, that's still a fraction of what the value that you're actually getting is. It's like if you guys just go on and think about it for a second, talk about the value that you're getting. That Benzinga newsfeed, if you went to Benzinga on your own to sign up for that newsfeed, they're going to charge you $1,188 a year for that service. That's almost your entire membership in the Benzinga newsfeed alone. Then QuoteStream for that level, the full book level 2, they charge $990 a year. The trading simulator, they charge $750 a year, and TradingView, they charge $720 a year for their charting software. Just those 4 tools. All those tools are free with your membership. You don't pay extra for them. But if you were not a member and you wanted to buy those tools, $3,648 is going to be your price tag every year. You can join TTG for just $12.76 right now and get yourself a money back guarantee as well. Again, the price is going up every single day by a couple of bucks. We're going to be at $2,000 sooner than you think. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry. To do that, we've got to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. Use coupon code TTG121 now, guys. Lock in that 42% discount. The price you pay today is the price you'll pay next year as well. That's actually really important. So if you pay $12.76 today, when it comes time for your membership to renew, and our membership is $2,500, you're not paying $2,500 to renew your membership. You're only going to pay the price you pay today, which is $12.76. So lock in that price now. Get the 42% discount. Get yourself that brand new laptop. All right, my TTG fam, real quick. I want to ask you guys a question here real quick. My TTG fam, have you made back your membership fee? And if so, how long did it take? Sound off, comment in chat right now. If you made back your membership fee, how long did it take? You guys sound off in chat right now. Number one dad, Lone Wolf, took 1 day. 3 weeks for Jason Walkenbach. Smokey the very next day. Marcia Gomes made her lifetime membership back in 3 weeks. Robert Alvarado did it on his very first trade, his second day in chat. Nahal Singh has not yet gotten the membership feedback. Nahal, hang in there, brother. Jason Green did it on 2 Glenny trades. That's Glenny's one of our other moderators. Thomas Colton made his membership feedback just from watching live streams. Julie did it in a few months, but she worked 60 hours a week and couldn't dedicate too much time towards trading. Less than 2 months for Bruce Sears with a small account. Oh, the Kodak trade. Yes, number one dad will say the Kodak trade. Yep, how can I forget that one? Willard did it in just 3 weeks. Ramsey Trades did it in about 1 week. Edgar Smith said, guys, I got to tell you, I had such apprehension joining, but it has paid off in so many ways. Beautiful. Hell on Earth is only $600 away. Actually, Hell on Earth is a brand new member. Hell on Earth, you just signed up yesterday, right? If I'm not mistaken, Hell on Earth, I think you just joined. Yeah, he just said my first day. Yes, my first day. Nice. Already is only $600 away from making back their membership. Just signed up yesterday. Great, man. That's awesome. Jeff Mattern did it in 4 months. 3 months while working full time for Tanya. Russell Tucker did it just today, his very first day. Welcome, Russell. Great start, man. Great job. All right, guys. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Guys, please. And also, listen, don't forget, we are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 1,250 reviews. I welcome and encourage all of you. I invite you all to go back and review and read some of these reviews. Guys, there's no better referral than that of your peers. I encourage and I invite you all to go read some of these reviews. Over 1,250 people have taken the time to write us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. All right. The price of our membership, it's going up, guys. Use coupon code TTG121. We got a few of those laptops left. Like I said, you actually have to enter coupon code and click apply code to get the discount. Then how do you know you got one of the free laptops? If the laptop is in your checkout, like you see on the screen, if it's in your checkout, that means you are that means you've secured one of those laptops. If you go to the checkout and there's not a laptop in your checkout, that means we have sold out. All right, that means we have sold out. So again, guys, that price is going up. You have until midnight Pacific to lock in that $12.76 price point. Do so with coupon code TTG121 and get your butts in chat. Think about how much money you guys could have made today on AMC if you guys were in chat with us today. I told you yesterday what I was going to do in AMC today. I told you again today, what's my plan for tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'll reiterate, here's the plan. If AMC gaps above 60.61, okay? If we gap above that 60, 50, if we get above that level tomorrow, I'm going to be a buyer. I'm looking for 60 to hold support. I'm going to look for the stock to get to 70. If we gap below that level tomorrow, let's say we're at 58, 57, 59, I'm going to be hands off. I'm going to be hands off, okay? I'm not going to go after the stock if we're at 58, 59 tomorrow. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to wait and see what the stock's going to do. But just like last night I told you guys, if we get over 52, I'm a buyer. I'm looking for it to go to 60. That's what we said yesterday. Well, what happened? I bought the stock today at $52.93, sold it over 60. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But get your butts in chat. All right, use that coupon code. Guys, what do you have to lose? I'm giving you a money-back guarantee, too. What do you have to lose? Seriously, if you do not make your membership fee back at least once throughout the course of your membership after completing our courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a small private study group, if you don't make it back at least once, I'm going to give you your money back. I'm literally going to give you a full refund. That's how much I stand behind the education and the platform that we've created at True Trading Group, that with a little bit of energy and effort, that I think this can and will work for you. Why do I think that? Because it's worked for 80% of our members. And they started off with True Training Group just like you did, folks, and that's a live stream. Use coupon code THD121. Get that free laptop. Get your butts in chat. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Smash that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Tonight was one hell of an awesome stream. Big shout out. Big thank you again to Tim Seymour for joining the THD fam. I really enjoyed our discussion. I look forward to talking with him again. Take care, guys. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Later, gang.